My name is Edwin Nichols. I'm 44 years old. At first, I actually got a scholarship to run track for St. John's University, and decided to hold out and end up going to NYU for business. And great experience, great university. And then after that, I ended up working for a company called Booz Allen Hamilton. Booz Allen Hamilton is the largest management consulting firm in the world. They also manage 90% of the government, starting with the White House. And I was one of their consultants in New York. We did a lot of stuff for the government. For example, the stealth bomber project. That was a government project that we did. And I guess on the government side, there's a lot I can't talk about. There was days where there were certain things where you're like, I understand why we're doing this. The general public may not understand. And then there was other days where it's like, I don't even understand why we're doing this. But I can't go into too much detail with the whole government side of that. It's extremely stressful. It's the type of job that you go in with an exit strategy and you only work there for 3 years, which I didn't realize at the time. And I ended up working there 5 years and getting stressed out. Thing about it is you can get stressed out and not realize that you're stressed out. I got a headache. I remember it being on a Saturday. And this headache wouldn't go away for anything. And no matter what I took, the headache wouldn't go away. So, like I said, it was 5 p.m. on a Saturday. And I said, well, maybe I'll go to sleep. It'll go away, or I'll feel a little better. And I went to sleep. And then when I woke up, the clock said 6 p.m. And I thought it was, it felt like an hour, like I slept only an hour. And however, it was 6 p.m. on Sunday. And I had slept for 25 hours. So at that point, I'm like, okay, something's definitely wrong here. And so Monday morning, I ended up going to my doctor. And, well, he checked my pressure a couple of times and said, you know, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, I'm not nervous at all. And he checked it again. And he goes, something's seriously wrong. Your pressure is 200 and something over like 158. It's ridiculous. Then another doctor came in and he says, what's your work environment, of all things? And then I told him I worked in Wall Street. And then they did all these stress tests and everything and found out that I was like extremely high level stressed. And they said that the only reason why I got a headache was the fact that I have a very, very high tolerance for pain. And also I was always playing sports, from semi-pro football, martial arts, a variety of things, and I always ate the right things. So I was in such great physical condition that my body didn't know how to tell me something was wrong. By the time that they found out I was stressed out and everything, however, both my kidneys was already gone and my body had already started poisoning itself. Meanwhile, I didn't feel a thing. Dialysis in the beginning made me a little suicidal, because for you to be working on Wall Street, active, playing sports, and then, you know, you got a doctor that's going to tell you everything needs to stop. And you need to, you know, do nothing, was crazy to me, drove me crazy. Also, the aspect of I don't know how many people know what dialysis is, but you end up going to a dialysis center where they have to stick you twice with the world's biggest needles. And you have an artificial kidney that's doing the job of what your normal kidney would be doing. And these needles are, to me personally, extremely painful. And I could never get used to needles or being stuck by needles. I don't know how people do drugs. Those became extremely depressing and got me to the point where I was a little suicidal. And one of my partners, who's my friend, that lives out in New Jersey, decided to start another business. And we're like serial entrepreneurs. So he decided to start another business, and he does a men's clothing business, and particularly men's business suits and women's business suits. And he was very successful with it. But he got me out there to consult him on the business. And he happens to also be a deacon at his church and a counselor. And he actually got me more focused back into business, but from a different perspective, outside of the whole Wall Street perspective. And that's what made me go back into the consulting side, because I did have a love for the consulting side. And where I revolved around dialysis, now dialysis revolved around me. And that made all the difference in the world, and I kind of buried myself in business from the consulting side, which is what I have a love for, and that's what keeps me going. Things are coming along now. Need more business, but who doesn't in this economy? And so those things are going to come along with the company. Things, I guess, are working out with dialysis. Something that I didn't mention earlier is the fact that I did have a kidney transplant that lasted only 5 years. It never rejected, but it had complications. And I can always go into the whole medical piece about that and the complications at another time. But I'm working on getting on the list in California, and also I may look at Arizona, because I do want another kidney transplant, and it is amazing, and it's an amazing thing when you get one. And so I think things are moving right along and working out. Right now I'm loving the Las Vegas weather. Consider the rest of the country is snowed in.